This episode of SoCal Safari is brought to you by Denault's True Value Hardware, bringing you family values and great customer service since 1956. In this episode of SoCal Safari, we're taking you to a jam-packed evening at Grand Central Arts Center in downtown Santa Ana. GCAC is an extension of Cal State Fullerton and is dedicated to the open exploration of contemporary art and visual culture. You'll see a variety of exhibitions such as David Politzer's Text Deck, Lucas Mergida's interactive exhibition, Cecilia Lopez's exhibit on shadows and human trafficking, and works by the Wayward Artist Theater Company, the Hip Cooks, the Downtown Artwalk, and even more, believe it or not. So get ready for this episode of SoCal Safari.
Come sit right down, SoCal Safari, and watch a show that's in the know. SoCal Safari is the place to go when you need to know what's going on. SoCal Safari, yeah, it's the show that's in the know. SoCal Safari is the place to go when you need to know what's going on.
If you're celebrating Thanksgiving
or Christmas,
then you need to take advantage of these great deals in our November sale flyer.
First off, check out our coupon on the front page of this month's flyer. Spend $100 on regular price merchandise, get 20% off.
Or spend $200 and get 25% off.
Let's see what's in our magic Christmas bag.
Bring it on, Jen.
Take a look inside, Aaron.
Electric carving knife on sale for only $11.97.
And a digital thermometer, only $5.97.
Oh, 3-piece lighted candy cane set, only $6.97.
And a 10-count vintage light set, only $9.97.
Ah, well that was fun.
And you can get your own Santa's Magic Bag for only $3.97.
Denault is mailing out discount coupons at the beginning of each month. Watch for them in the blue Valpak envelope in your mailbox.
With November's coupon, you get a free 5-gallon bucket when you spend $10 in regular price merchandise. Denault has a huge selection of Thanksgiving and Christmas items, so come on down this holiday season. We look forward to seeing you.
Welcome to the Artist Village in downtown Santa Ana. The SoCal Safari crew visited during one of the first Saturday art walks, which also coincided with the opening of a series of events happening inside the Grand Central Arts Center. A variety of talented artists and vendors set up shop and create a fun and eclectic interactive experience, and makes for a great date night too. All right, everybody, give me your name, my dear.
Just Slane.
And you?
Armin.
I'm Scott.
I'm Kevin.
All right, you passed the test. Good job. You all know your own names. Now, we're standing here in front of your exhibit here, or what is that the right word in term?
So.
Exhibit?
It's it's just a collaboration. Basically, it's a theremin-less theremin.
Okay.
And Scott worked on the sculptural part. Kevin did the eye programming. You can see it's got eyeballs back there.
Okay.
G did the user interface part in the front, the cauldron right there.
Right.
And I did the audio and graphics.
Okay, wow, okay. So whose idea was this to come forward and make this whole creation?
I built the tree for a live gaming event, and it felt like a waste to build it for one event. So we had this idea with Soundwave coming up. This was a really unique sculpture, and why don't we make it interactive?
The Art Walk is a fun place to shop and try your hand at some interactive displays, which is the perfect place for performance artist Lucas Mergida. When we first got here, you were setting stuff up and we were filming, and you were up on a ladder, and you're all over the place. But yet here you are wearing this beautiful suit.
Thank you.
And I love it, and that's kind of your thing, the suit, right?
Yeah, I try to, when I perform, I've worn different uniforms over the years, mostly as a way to just formalize the process. When people see someone either dressed in a uniform or in a suit, they respond in a different way, and using those tropes, I can get people to engage and do things that they might not normally do.
Okay. A friend of yours I met up with here earlier today said that you created or built a phone booth. It was sort of an 8-hour project, and you did the whole thing wearing a lovely suit. Was it the same suit that you're wearing here?
No, that suit got destroyed in that piece, so I've had a lot over the years. For many years, I've used my job as research to make artwork about. When I was a kid, I worked in cabinet factories making furniture.
Right.
I worked in fine dining as a busboy for a long time. I taught yoga for a number of years.
Oh, wow.
But probably the work that I'm most known for is I worked as a professional locksmith for 10 years.
Oh.
And the artwork that comes as a result of the research is always different, but for the locksmithing stuff I made a school, and the school would travel to different public places, and I teach anybody interested in something specifically or very loosely related to locksmithing. What we're doing tonight is if people want to participate, they can give me a key that they want to let go of, that they don't need anymore, or they don't want anymore. I melt it down in the furnace, I then pour it into a mold, make a new key, and it's very organic, one-of-a-kind sort of object. And then after I'm done with the key, it will open up that door. And if they want to go inside, they can, but they get locked in, and they have to figure out how to get out. The locks that I create are more conceptual based. I like to present situations that are always unlocked. You just can't see why they're unlocked. And a lot of locksmithing, you deal with the American Disabilities Act, which is a set of coding and laws that dictates every aspect of how we move through our kind of shared social spaces. And a lot of that is about the heights of doorknobs, or the way that doorknobs functions, or door closers, or this sort of stuff. So a person with a disability will encounter a situation like that every day, where their body's mobility inhibits what they can do.
Right.
So this gives people an opportunity to feel what that feels like every day for a lot of people.
About some of the other unique things that you've done as far as, because it's all across the board.
Yeah, I've done a lot of different stuff. Probably the work that I'm most known for is a project where I built a cabinet, and it had a secret compartment on the bottom of it. And I was left on a street in New York City, and I didn't come out of the cabinet until someone brought me from a public space and brought me into a private space, but they didn't know I was in there.
Oh.
So that's probably the one. A lot of my work is about shared power dynamics, whether for most people would look at my position as very vulnerable and exposed, but I was still in control because they didn't know I was in there and they didn't know what my intentions were. There's a risk. But risk creates immediacy in the viewer, and it creates an engagement that wouldn't normally be there.
Well, here we are with the man that is kind of the glue that holds all of this together here, John Spiak, and you are the Chief Curator, Director of Grand Central Arts Center, basically, right?
That's correct, yes.
And what a great night you put together here with some of the exhibits. First of all, Lucas and the melting key, that was fun.
Lucas is incredible.
Did you bring him in, or how did he
We brought him in. He's been an artist in residence now with us for 6 months. He came down from San Francisco. We saw some of his locksmithing work, and we just thought this is an incredible artist, and he would really engage well here. We realized the creative process is not a linear process a lot of times, and with the restraints put on it, it doesn't always work. So the way our residency program works is we invite artists in residence to come do a first site visit, make sure it's okay with the living situation and our staff. And then once we've decided they're an artist in residence, we help support them financially. But we don't want a project. We want them to come and explore this area, to think about different things that they might create, and we just listen. And as they start talking about things, we say, oh, you should meet this person, you should connect with this institution, you should see this place. So it's not, oh, come here for 3 months and we need a concrete outcome. It's come here until the project is realized. And sometimes that's 3 months, sometimes that's 6 years. We've tried to really flow with the artist and follow what the creative process should be.
What are you looking for, Terry?
My checkbook is somewhere in here.
We don't need a check.
Fine. I'll use a credit card.
We don't need a card either.
You want cash?
Terry, you just sign, then drive.
At Capistrano Volkswagen, zero due at signing means zero due. Lease any of our great VW models like a Tiguan, Atlas, or Jetta, and do not pay a thing at signing. We just need your signature.
Is this legal?
Perfectly.
Monaco Jewelers has a large selection of watches, including designs by Rolex and Cartier. A beautiful variety of jewelry, including earrings, necklaces, and rings. At Monaco, you'll find diamonds, diamonds, and more diamonds. Why drive to the downtown LA market when you'll find the same high quality and low prices right here? For repairs, upgrades, and a jeweler on site, let your love show with Monaco.
Welcome to Mission San Juan Capistrano. Won't you join me today as we explore all the great treasures here at Orange County's birthplace? Mission San Juan Capistrano is an ideal place to spend the day with families of all ages. We have hands-on learning, tours, and the pristine grounds and our lush fountains will entertain and inspire you for a memory to take with you forever. We hope you'll come visit us soon. Visit our website at missionsjc.com to plan your next trip. Take the train, car, we're only 1 hour between Los Angeles and San Diego.
What a renaissance it's been in this downtown area. So we're here covering the Grand Central Arts area in downtown Santa Ana, but the restaurant area has really taken off down here. And some of the restaurants that are in here, do you work with these folks right over here too?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm fairly new to the role, but my goal is to shine a spotlight on the chefs and the restaurant culture, which there's so many hidden gems in downtown Santa Ana that people I think overlook, and more talent just keeps coming to this area. Whenever you bring great food to an area, people follow, and they'll come to that area and they'll embrace it, and they'll see what else it has to offer. And in this case, downtown Santa Ana is just kind of booming. You're right, it is a renaissance. The art down here is just amazing.
Now, Grand Central Art, they just won't let any old funky cooking school, and it's got to be a hip cooking school, ergo the name, I guess, Hip Cooks.
Yes, and we are, absolutely. But the name comes from cooking from the hip. Because in class, we don't use any measuring implements, we don't use any recipes, we cook from the hip.
And these folks back here are enjoying a meal that they prepared.
So this is a private event where she called me and wanted to rent the space just for she and her friends. And we have a schedule that we have it online at hipcooks.com, and we have public classes where you can just go in and sign in for any class that we're offering. And we have 40 different types of classes, a lot of ethnic foods, and we have workshops. We have pasta workshops, sushi workshop, cheese workshop, and a lot of classes are just like a 3-course meal, and like this today, and they're eating their chocolate cake for dessert now.
What a scam. I mean, here it is, you make them do all the work, they pay you.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Right next door to the Hip Cooks was a panel discussion and exhibit on human trafficking created by high school student Cecilia Lopez.
Human trafficking is such a challenging subject to tackle and get out in the community because it's so heavy. And that's kind of the hard part, is you almost have a feeling that people almost don't want to know about it. And so it's so encouraging to see someone like Cecilia who can come out and say, hey, I may be a kid, I may be now a senior in high school, but I can still fight the fight, I can still help, and that makes all the difference.
So I attended the Orange County Educational Arts Academy here in Santa Ana, OSEA, and a part of our 8th grade project was identifying a problem in our community and creating an action plan to solve that. And so I decided to cover human trafficking. And after interviewing Jim Carson, one of the panelists today, and Ori Freeman, a human trafficking survivor, and listening to their stories and overall their passion that they had for this issue, I felt so inspired to create a change. I use shadows as a metaphor in my work because I found so many parallels between shadows and sex trafficking victims. Shadows are looked down upon because they don't have an explicit meaning, and they're seen as something, as a reflection of their subject when they're their own entity. Human trafficking victims are misunderstood in this same matter because they're seen as prostitutes when they're in fact victims. And so that's why all the images have shadows present.
Well, I'm here with Ryan, and he is the composer for this event that's going on here. We're actually in Tech Week here for Faith. Tell us a little bit about Faith and your take on it.
I personally am a Christian, and so my faith largely influences my music. When I sit down to write music, I view the process as me just listening to the music that is already happening. This production starts with a piece called Darkness, and it represents people living in isolation, lacking faith of any variety. This production represents the journey of finding your own faith, finding faith in humanity, and it climaxes in a piece at the end. Everyone together in worship, having found their faith.
One thing I love is how diverse and broad faith can be. So you're not just dealing with faith spiritually, but also faith in each other, whether it's relationally in your community or with marriage or in a couple or anything. And there's also the lack of faith. So we start in a place where there maybe is no faith, and I think we can all identify with that at some point in our lives. And then it's this journey to discovering some sort of faith. And the beauty of dance and music is that without words, you can interpret it however you feel. So the audience can use their life experience to influence what they see on stage and what they hear through the music.
I am ready to lease this baby. Make it out to Capo Mazda?
We've been through this before, Bob. You don't need a check when you sign.
Duh, right? Pick a card, any card.
We don't need a check and we don't need a card.
I get it!
Do you, Bob?
Cash is king. Smart.
At Capo Mazda, zero due at signing means zero due. Lease any of our great Mazdas from the Mazda CX-9 to the Mazda 3. We just need your signature.
Do you take Bitcoin?
Just sign, Bob.
Hi, I'm Dr. Renee McCarthy at Mission Hills Pet Care Center. My staff and I would like to welcome you to come in for a free dental exam where we can talk to you about preventative dental care. The time to come in is before your dog starts having issues such as tooth pain or even needing tooth extractions and gum infection. We'd like to get you started with brushing, oral rinses, possibly a non-anesthetic dental cleaning until your pet is ready for an actual anesthetic dental cleaning. Please give us a call to schedule your free exam and we'll get you started on the path to good dental health.
Richard decided to surprise his girlfriend for her birthday. Richard is very practical, and now Richard is very single. Margot's new boyfriend, Romeo, took her shopping at Zia Jewelry in San Juan Capistrano for no other reason than to show her how much she means to him. Well played, Romeo. Don't be a Richard. Take her to Zia for a one-of-a-kind shopping experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with David Politzer, who is the artist of this video installation called TextNeck. Very unique. Tell us a little bit about your inspiration to TextNeck, David.
Well, I'd say my inspiration is really my own struggle with how to use my phone politely with my family.
Shoot, I'm sorry. I got a call. Hold on a second. TextNeck. This is a real phenomenon.
It's a diagnosable repetitive strain injury.
Right.
And doctors are diagnosing it. And it can cause breathing problems. It can cause spinal degeneration. It's a real thing.
You have a fun, eclectic mix between your video talents and then, of course, this artistic installation, which you kind of morphed together. And what was your inspiration to take it to this level?
I wanted to give the viewer a empathetic or sympathetic connection with the people that they're seeing on the screen. So in one section of the video, all the performers are actually performing inside one of those tinfoil domes. My direction with that vignette with the performers was, we're going to imagine that this is a phone detox unit, and you are going to go in there for 24 hours, no phone, no reading material, no connection to the outside world, and you have to just be in there with yourself, confront whatever things you have to deal with.
Scary.
And so that's the longest piece, that's the longest vignette in the video that's up now. The idea for the Mylar is that the kind of the joke of the tinfoil hat, right? You wear the tinfoil hat and it blocks out all the radio waves and the cell phone waves. It protects you from radiation. So these detox units are meant to protect you from cell phone waves and anything that might enter your body unwanted.
Your warm-up for the evening. Yes, beware. That's right. I am Jacob Spooky Nash tonight. That's right. Beware my underscore.
All right, we are here with Rod. Rod, thanks for joining us today. And what a busy day here at the Wayward Arts. It was packed. You just had one showing for your improv players here.
Yes.
What is the name of that? That's right there. I can't see it.
So we are called Best Coast Improv.
Best Coast Improv.
Yes.
Oh, I like
we're a part of the Wayward Artist, the theater company here at Grand Central.
All right. So a lot of fun and shenanigans going on inside there.
It's a great time. It's a really awesome time. It's wacky. It's weird, and it's a good group of skilled improvisers.
Ready to get this campfire started.
Of course.
And we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Sticks.
Sweetie, it has been so stressful in the city. I can't tell you how good it is just to be out in the
Freeze! Yeah. Roll. I'll begin.
Whoa, up, you...
Whoa, it hit the concrete. Oh, it almost got in my eye.
I'll continue.
Yeah, no, that's definitely cancer.
There was one more exhibit that we didn't get a chance to touch on. It's playing behind us here. The artist isn't here tonight, so we couldn't interview him. Tell us a little bit about that that's going on right behind
so Enrique's exhibition is a video installation piece. It showed at the Venice Biennale last summer, and that's when I saw the piece. It's about transitions of culture, but also heritage. So it's looking at your ancestry, and it includes this beautiful salt lake. And marching bands kind of coming across the Salt Lake, as well as the artist in mask pulling, in a sense, his ancestors with these suits that represent his past histories.
En el atardecer de mi vida, Pachamama, yo te vengo a pedir permiso porque me voy a despedir. Creo haber cumplido con lo que tú me encomendaste.
We're open Tuesday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 5, and Sunday from 11 to 4.
Did you write that down? Okay, hopefully you got that.
Check our website, because I might have blown that.
John, what a pleasure. What a great job you have here, and you do a great job here.
Thank you.
When you walk into Monaco Jewelers of San Juan Capistrano, you're one of the family. Monaco Jewelers has one of the largest selections of quality diamonds in Orange County, which helps you when making the most important choice of your life. Let your love grow with Monaco.
Hey, you made it. You're here. Clicks.
SoCal's online hotspot. Clicks is an online video magazine that takes you to all the hot, happening, fun things going on in Southern California. And it's free! I'm Margot. You'll be seeing a lot of me. I'll be your music scene tour guide, taking you to the best shows before and after they happen. Whether it's rap, pop, country, electronic, or even jazz. But that's just me. Clicks will be your go-to place to find out everything that's happening. We'll also be covering theater, restaurants, wineries, wine bars, and a wide variety of events all around you. And we'll be giving away trips, overnight stays at fun resorts, and date night dinners at the finest restaurants in town. So be sure to go to clicksmag.com and subscribe so you don't miss out. See you next time.
Dogs are family. That's why you give your dog the very best. And that's why our family opened Paws Pet Resorts. At Paws, your dog can stay in our spacious suites, play with new friends at Doggy Day Camp, swim in our indoor pool, learn new training skills, or relax at the grooming spa. Love is always included at Paws. We're the only resorts in San Clemente and Lake Forest that provide 24-hour on-site care. We have live webcams too. Stay and play at Paws.
Hi, I'm Chris Pernick from Paws Pet Resorts. Today we have a treat for you. We're here at the San Clemente Dana Point Animal Shelter with Elaine and Paula. They're going to tell you all about cats for adoption.
Welcome to the shelter. We are brimming with frisky kittens and adorable adult cats that we'd love you to come down and interact with and see and hopefully adopt. And another great thing we've got going on now is we're going to have a raffle to raffle off this lovely electric Mercedes-Benz. It actually drives. It's got a music player in it. Tickets are 1 for $5 or 3 for $10, or you can go to the petprojectfoundation.org website and learn more. What a great Christmas gift for the kids.
This is Felix, and he's been here since June, and this is one of our more confident kitties. He's been up here on the counter for a while, so he's a little angry right now. But he's a wonderful cat, and if you're interested in a confident, fun cat who walks on the leash, on the harness, then come meet Felix.
Welcome to Mission San Juan Capistrano. Won't you join me today as we explore all the great treasures here at Orange County's birthplace? Families and friends can gather here to take part in the celebration of arts, cultural experiences, and music. Mission San Juan Capistrano's events calendar is booked and offers the public so much to do to come together. We hope you'll come visit us soon. Visit our website at missionsjc.com to plan your next trip. Take the train, car. We're only 1 hour between Los Angeles and San Diego.